For whom the bell tolls, it tolls only once. Rebel scum. I will kill you, rebel scum. No, you won't. You can't catch me. Oh, yes, I can. No, you can't catch me. Yes, I can. Ah, the force is strong with this one. Ah. What's up? Joe? Clint? Bonnie? David? Mouse? But, damn, rocking right in here, ain't we? Camera seems to be off just a wee. But most of the day, been getting ready for Sunday. Got 6 prize packs done up. We're going to do them like we did last time. What's up, David? And we're just going to put numbers on them. And when you win, you pick a number. That way you never know what you're going to get. I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Rainy, jury rain day. But hey, what better day to be in the house doing shit like this, right? There's Barbie. Come on, Anna. What's going on? Figures I run out of water right before the show. Oh, well, we got lots of shit to talk about today. A few things sitting in front of you. Besides the dead dude. Come on, man. You know when nobody's looking, you get out your action figures and play with them. You know you do. Hey, Joe. Look what I got back. Oops. Yeah, baby. It went back to daddy. Sucker sweet. Great action. I like the way they did the gunmetal. It's pretty cool. Lanyard lined right up. Adamante D2. We don't know how much I like a D2. I like a D2 very good. D2 very good. Leon, what's going on, Leon? We all must be bored coming in here today. Oh, it was a good day to come. Some crazy shit going on right now. I have a feeling fireworks will be within the hours. This thing came in the mail today. Kind of an interesting piece. It's a real file. Still crusty and dirty and wore out. Somebody just zapped shit on it and probably put a little heat treat on it. Let's take a look. See if there's even a heat treat. Get out the old file. See if she skates. Yeah. Mid to high 50s tops. I'm saying probably more like mid 50s. But hey, that's what a beater knife's for, right? Who's amped up for 5 knives? We're giving 6 knives away, you dummy. One for the members. One for the members. Yeah, that's a pre-picked thing for members. So, and yes, members can win one of the other prizes, but only one. Only one. Julio. This is one of them no name. I don't know. I don't think it was Pakistani. I don't even think they'd let that go out, but you can see the mosaics all beat to shit. The lanyard slot is egg-shaped and chunked and beat to shit. It actually looks like a used knife, to be honest. Got a little bit of file work on it. They tried. But something I can fix up. Polish it up, put a good edge on it. See if you hold and give it to somebody as a camp knife or something. Oi, oi. Yeah, file knives are all right, man. I've made a few. Bar's got a dagger I made out of an old Nicholson. Old Nicholson file. But you got to watch them case hardened files. They don't work too well. Got to get the old ones. 6 knives. Well, yeah, you got 5 subscriber knives giveaways and 1 member giveaway. So 1, 2, yeah, 6. I think, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. They're sitting right there. If I just turn the camera just a little bit like that. Nope. Ain't seeing nothing. Weatherman, I mean. Oh. Yeah, it's 50 where the sort of usually beat up. Weatherman squirts. What? Is 50 worth it for a used beat up Weatherman squirts? I'm not familiar with that one, David. I would not know. Maybe somebody in chat knows, but that's not ringing a bell with me at all. Weatherman. I mean, like I said, the only thing I'm comparing is with a Leatherman tool, but you're saying Weatherman, so I'm not familiar with that. Dang autocorrect. Yeah, I know. I have the same problem all the time. I have no left eye, so, I do a lot with my left hand. $120. Well, if it's beat up, that's just something you're going to have to figure that one. I mean, that is 70 off. Yeah, I think you said something about it being beat up. Anyway, I was watching Clayton over at Burning Stables earlier today. He showed a design he was working on for a fixie. And it was, the compound grinds and all that. This was really similar to what he was going for, but with a fixie. I got like 2 of these that do the same thing. This one's a monster. This was huge. I like the grinds and everything on there. I got a smaller one of this same type version. I think Barbie's got it. But yeah, this is what we were talking about. He was showing that style. I've always liked that, especially the fixie. That's badass. Hope he makes it. This is just a catalog knife. I think it came in a 6-leaf box, but This one you'll see if you go looking around for this model, there'll be several companies that have the same model. Pickle Steel is even one of them. Has the same knife with the see-through pivot and same shit in the back, same knife. Put your name on it. Buy a bunch of them, put your name on it. That's one of them knives. It's got good action in it. Nothing wrong with it, other than it's huge. It's like 9 inches or some shit. 8.5. But yeah, I love that grind, man. He whipped that out earlier. I was like, oh yeah, I got a couple of them in folders. And what else happened today? Dog barked. Something else. Yesterday? Then there's this one I dug out. Everybody's on the Wixco kick again. This is one of their first models of this knife, the Axor, or the other one. I keep forgetting which one this is. But yeah, these were like one of the highest ones I had at the time. Well, there was one, I think, a little higher. The gold one or whatever it was. It's aluminum with carbon fiber, purple. It looks black on film, but kind of like, as it reminds me of the Fenrir a lot in the blade. Just not as aggressive points. And then dug that back out. See some daylight. Then we made a video today on the Banner family. First, we have the baby Banner folder on the originals, G10, Nitro V. Oops. Easy now. Easy. And then we have the neck knife, Fixie. It goes with that as well. If I can get it all untangled from the other two. All right. See where we're going here. Oh, come on. Don't tell me they've got magnetic. Get on there. The knife cart just is outgrowing itself. Oops. And then the Fixie with the jumping up to the tip. So you can get tip cuttings. And then the FBI badge, carry. Taco shell. Or you can put it on your belt. Either or. I had them out playing with them today. The old baby Banners don't get much love anymore. They're more of just sitting in their backpacks or wherever I have them designated and ready to go. I have 2 Shadow Dancer katanas on the way, Modern Tactical 5160 and Dojo Tyrannosaurus 9260. Outstanding. There's a salute for that one. Hey, that Fixie was free to me. What Fixie? Oh, this one. Yeah, oh, I know. I know Barbie. It is neat. I like it. Just has that sticking in the wood at the camp. Let it rust. Look to it. Yeah. Yeah, I do too. It's a little sluggish though out of the hole with the flipper. I mean, that's about all you get really, unless you, and even then you're not getting what you would think. It's smooth. There's no drag issue or anything. Thumb stud flies out. Both sides, either or. Spidey flick, regular. So you can see what it's capable of, but nope. Just kind of sluggish. That's my only real complaint about this one. If it's even a complaint. It's got the lanyard up there in the corner. Usually that gives you some shit on your palm of your hands, but this one don't. Everything's really rounded off well. I mean, they're worth the price all day long. A little bit above budget, you know. Some of their other ones are right at budget. This one's a little bit above or a little bit below, however you want to look at it. Yeah, they're a good knife. Barb's got the other one. I had the black Squirt, but Joe's has that, I think. If I remember right, he won that one. Well, I have two in the house. She had hers. I don't need one. That was OD green. Might be a fight there. It wasn't. Black. Nothing wrong with black knives. I just like a little color in my knives, like green. So what's up, y'all, today? Anything happening? Anything to report? Anything at all? If not, I'll dive into what I have. It's been 16 minutes already. Wow. Oh, okay. That's one of the pilot dudes from Star Wars. Okay. This Godzilla's not doing his job. Get over there. I try to be needy, tidy, whatever the hell you want to call it. Fit a bit. What's happening? Back to lurking. I hear you. I think I'll lurk too. Go ahead. You guys go first. Anyway, looks like it. Don't know what y'all heard so far today, but it's going to go down pretty much anytime now. There's things in the air that usually aren't in the air unless other things are in the air doing what they do. So Iranians have turned down everything we've offered them even today. They walked out again today too. So there's been a lot of tensions going on. There's been explosions every day in Iran. In some city in Iran, a large explosion, usually at a fuel plant, ammo plant, or some kind of government building. And they're just playing it off as gas leaks or whatever's propaganda is coming out of Iran. But they're softening the targets up is what they're doing. The underground, or the Israelis, or us, or joint with the Israelis, or just sneaking around at night, starting shit. And the people are all on the uprising again, wanting them, their commie leaders and all that, Muslim leaders to bail. China put out today for all their people to evacuate Iran immediately. Russia did the same. I think a couple other countries followed suit as well. But if China told their people to leave, yeah, you know what's next. So that's what we're going to do. Keep an eye on that. Once it flares and goes and starts, and I'll be posting whatever needs to be posted, if maybe probably even live, depending on what's going on elsewhere on the YouTube. If it gets real ugly, according to Iran, if they're touched, they're going to unleash everything they have at once on Israel. That was their statement today. So if they were to do that, it would definitely overwhelm probably Israel's air defense, and a lot would get through, maybe. And I still say they have a nuke or two or three, because our government, even when Joe Biden first got elected, they even said they were weeks and months away from a nuke. Well, that was 4 years ago, and they're still saying weeks and months away. Even Trump did the first time he was in, towards the end there. They're only months away. I got to get reelected. You know, well, if they were months away then, they have some now. I hope they don't. So I'm just going to get the popcorn out, light all my boards up, track flights, track ground movements. Watch what happens. Get some live feeds up. I wish I had this all set up on a computer. I will soon. As soon as we get this studio done, it'll all be like that where I can just punch up shit as it comes in. But old growing pains, you know how that is. In Cuba, let's talk about that for a minute. Now, the way I'm getting it from several different sources, some Americans were on a speedboat heading to Cuba. Now, most people don't head to Cuba at night. They leave Cuba. I'm thinking drug deal went bad myself. Because first our government was right in on it. Oh, Cuba this, Cuba that. You know, we got a blockade up right now. You guys are doing some shit. I don't know. And there was even a rumor come out. It was a SEAL teams trying to sneak in to do sabotage and turned into a gunfight. And then that was shot down immediately. And then it turned into tourists. And then they didn't know. And then senators were calling for a hearing, emergency hearings. I don't know. They ain't said much about it, really, just other, than what we knew then. But that can start some shit real quick. We're already up Cuba's butt, shutting off all their oil and everything. I guess their island's about starving and shit. It's crazy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody's getting out of the Middle East. Yeah, Israel, necessities only. Only, personnel that need to be there. Yeah, they told all the ambassadors and shit like that. Everybody's got to go. Yeah, it's going down. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I just hope they didn't wait too long to give Iran that incentive. Because to be honest, they got the equipment to defend for a we. They could sink a ship or two even. And that would be terrible because it didn't have to happen. It should have been taken care of a long time ago, and people should have quit taking private flights to Iran with pallets of cash as well. Everybody said that shit was a lie. Yeah. Yeah, we got pictures and FBI reports and everything else, huh? I just don't get it. Throughout history, the United States has had one problem. And this may sound ignorant to some, but I think it's stupidity because it's going to come back and hit you in the face just like it is right now. When you conquer a country, like we did in World War II, several countries, you don't give them back and then give them all the money in the world to build them back up again. I don't know what the real logic thing to do is, but you don't rebuild them. They started it. They come here and tried to start and kill us first, supposedly. I wasn't alive in World War II, but, it took a long time for us to get in it. So, and then they come back at like China, for instance. We saved China's ass from Japan. Japan was treating them like dogs, man. They were literally like going into towns and killing the strong ones off and making the women and the young and the elderly and everything else do stupid shit for them and act like idiots and kill themselves just for entertainment. These guys were ruthless. And then you go and then just not even that long later, 70, 80 years later, they're knocking on your door to take your shit after you save their ass. Russia, the same thing. Germany would have kicked Russia's ass all the way to the center of the North Pole. Now look at it. It's all it's been nothing but a fight with them ever since. If it comes down to war and you win, you take it. Make it better. Leave somebody behind to keep it better. Move on. And one day the whole world might just be better. It's the only way you're going to get to that one world thing, is if everybody agrees on one thing. And I see many, many wars fought before there's that one world humanity. Or aliens show up. Like, it could happen any minute. That's all we're hearing now, too, is aliens. One of them's a psyop. Either the Epstein shit is, or the alien shit is, or the wars. Something's going on that they don't want us to see. And now we got 3 things to pick from. So, and a handful of little ones. So you never know these days. Did my chat stop? No. Look here. Okay. What are we looking at? This knife here, I still say, as far as looks, design, just all around usability, should have been like knife of 2025, period. At least in the small production realm. This is, I mean, that knife there ain't never gonna leave me. There's a few of these left. Last I knew. I think he's got a couple silver ones left. Maybe even some blue ones. And he marked them back down again. I think you can get them for right around 100, 110, 100, you know. I paid $1.50 for mine at Blade Show last year for this one. I think it's just perfect. And the looks, the way it just flows evenly. Even the secondary lines in the grind flow with the actual handle, the second line. It's a jimping. Nice Joel. Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole thing, David. But what's going on? That's a lot of distractions. I think it's going to turn out to be the alien thing. At least that's what I'm rooting for. I want to see aliens come down here and grab some leaders by their neck, shake them up a little bit, and say, look, punk, this is the way it is. We've been doing this shit for billions of years. You guys are young. It's going to come down to they put us here with some kind of DNA switch or some bullshit like that. I always thought, even from a young age, one of my hypotheses on the whole, why are we here, was an alien race came here and seeded us here. And then thousands of years later, they'll return after we populated the place and use us as some kind of soldiers, workforce, something in that nature. That was just what I always thought when I was young. I mean, there's lots more possibilities now, but now they're talking about 5, 6 different races. And a lot of them are named after cultures here on Earth. And like, you know, some of the shows you've been watching throughout the years are kind of making sense now. Like they were baby feeding us shit subconsciously. Because according to some scientists, there's reptilians. There's like an aquatic version. There's the Norse. They're real tall, blonde-haired white people. Actually kind of bluish white, but like ice giants. There you go. See, there you go again. Another ice giants. Odin killed the ice giants so everybody could live there. It's kind of weird. Myth becomes reality. Yeah. Demons gaslighting us. Yeah. Well, there's been talk about that too. What's this shit about a weapon we have that Trump himself said that defies time and space? That's getting into some scary shit there. That means you could jump back and forth from different dimensions? Because there's been a lot of talk about dimensions lately too, for at least the last 20, 30 years. Possibility of other dimensions, other Earths, and so on. And it actually hurts your brain when you think about it, because everything now is at your fingertips. And a lot of it's been researched by highly respected people. So, I mean, as far as aliens go, there's got to be. You just can't look out there at night and say, no, there ain't nothing out there. First of all, you don't even see what's really out there. You see like a 100,000th what's really out there. It's just so vast we can't comprehend the vastness of it and the traveling of it. Because even at one light speed, warp one, it still take you, what is it? It's 100,000 miles or 100,000 light years across the galaxy or some shit like that. It would still take you 100,000 years to do it. I mean, you literally get nowhere. You grow old at the speed of light trying to get anywhere. So it's got to be some kind of wormholes, jumping in and out of time and reality. I don't know. But it can't be done by conventional methods. And they're probably already there. Just like a discussion was brought up in a group the other night. This naval admiral, whatever the hell he was, I think he was an admiral, and he was saying they were tracking things underwater as large as football fields, doing 200 knots underwater. We have nothing that can do that. And as big as that thing was. And they said it wasn't the first time they've tracked them. So where are they coming from? A lot of talk about Antarctica, shit underground up there, North Pole, whatever. Greenland, the fight for Greenland. You've just seen some of the tabloid shit that come out when that was going on, from spaceships that are now thawing out, and that's the only reason why we wanted it, because there's a 200-mile wide spaceship or some shit poking out of the ice. And oh Jesus, some of the shit people put on YouTube, like me. UMIB, yeah. Oh, there's already men in black for other reasons than aliens. Pretty much for every reason. They're really aliens. They are illegal to begin with, even if they have a UFO. That's right, damn it. They didn't go through customs. So what are y'all up to this weekend? Hanging out in the chats? Is anybody going to do anything outside? Camping, hunting, target practicing? Do a little rucking? Rucking's fun. Just pick a spot on the map, put your backpack on and what you think you're going to need, and see ya. You just don't know what you're going to get either. Oh, somebody's getting messages, probably me. As far as conspiracy theories go, 20 years ago, well, 25, there was conspiracy theories just starting to be a big thing. And people really sticking behind them. Now, 25 years later, 75% of them conspiracy theories have actually no longer conspiracy theories. They are fact. So, not all lies. You just got to filter through the ones that are. Yeah, 200 knots. Yeah, I want to drive it too. My thing was the radar. I mean, I guess if you have a ship that advanced to 200 miles an hour underwater, well, 200 knots is what they said. You're going to have to turn pretty quick. If something like a whale gets in your way, you don't really want to plow into a whale at 200 knots. And as big as a football field. That's crazy. You know, you get a lot of these pilots, ship's captains, admirals, coming forward, just saying, hey, here's what I saw. But what are they? Nobody actually pulled over, stopped, and got out and said, okay, here's who we really are, what we really are. That's not happened yet, and I find that a little concerning. And here goes my dogs. The government made it illegal to live off the land. The guys got intended. Yeah, a lot of places. Yeah. I find it interesting that here in North Carolina, you can live in a shed. Like the, ones you put in your backyard. You go pay like $200 a month on 2 years, and then it becomes yours. Them kind of sheds. Yeah, you can actually live in the back of one or in one. They got some pretty nice sheds these days, man. I'm telling you. If I had an acre of land up in the mountain somewhere, live from the shed, bet your ass I'll be there. Yeah, they got some 2-story ones, man. Great as hell. Seen the trends to speak called conspiracy theories for 40 years now. People told, holy crap, you're right. Happy Friday, Chrisville. What's going on, brother? McRanger. Ranger danger. I want to be an airborne ranger. I want to be a park ranger and live a life of danger. Okay, enough with the Rangers. There's the baseball team, though. Foul ball. What are you guys up to today? We're just sitting here looking at crazy knives and talking shit. The old file knife that just came in today. It even got pitting. I'm impressed. File skates on it, fairly decent. I'd say mid-50 hardness, maybe a little higher. A little bit of file work for those of you who weren't here earlier. No name thing, and who knows? Some guy and whatnot, him and his wife sell them. They sell all kinds of camping shit, paracord, homemade knives, real knives, whatever the hell they get a hold of. And that was one of their freebies. And then we had the kids out. Baby banner fixie, neck knife, / wherever you want to put a knife in the folder. Both in Nitro V. Great little knives, man. They're so cute. And of course, I had to go over this blade here because Burton Stables was thinking about making one similar to this grind on a fixed blade. that he's drawn up. And I was telling him about a couple folders that I had with the same type of grind. And this is just catalog knife, no name thing, D2. You can get them from several retailers. Same knife. But it's a chunk. It's long bastard too. Joe, not allowed to smoke in the house, so I got me metal shed. All right, cool. Yeah, I know shed life. Had a little refrigerator set up mine, my workbenches, and yeah. So we moved. Yep, TV up in it. Oh, no way, bro. Yeah, I bet you were crushed. That sucks. Boo. Bad story. Not the man shed. Wow. That really sucks. My dad's blew up. It was funny as hell. I was at the house. He calls me up. You got to get over here. Somebody was in my shed last night. There's shit everywhere. It blew up or something. I don't know what's going on. But you need to go over here. I said, all right. I get over there, and as soon as I walked in, I knew what happened. I said, refrigerator you store your welding rods in. You know, one with the heat lamp in it. You didn't put all them cans of spray paint in there, did you? Dudes, there were spray paint and spray paint cans everywhere. Yeah, they must. If you'd been standing in that thing when they went off, man, you'd have been hit by at least 20, 30 cans and 12 different colors. Yeah, he put his spray paint in the welding rod refrigerator. And if anybody's an old-time welder knows that you put to keep your rods dry, you put them in a refrigerator with a big hot light bulb in it. And it keeps it real dry in there. You don't plug the refrigerator in. It's just there for cabinet, so to speak. Yeah, he decided to put all his spray paints on the racks where the food used to go. Yeah, I've seen some of them pallet sheds. They're pretty sweet, man. A lot of videos about them on YouTube. Oh, yeah, definitely the Scandinavians. Actually, it was the long ship that put them on the map. They was already there. Just nobody knew about them. So they got a better ride. And they went to Lyndon's farm, and it was all over with. Yeah, right, Joe? Rachel, what's up? Yeah, you got to insulate your sheds, especially living in where there's climate. Even in the summer, you want it cool. And a reflective roof is a better way to go if you can get it done. That way it doesn't absorb like an attic. Hey, what's up, Dwayne? Good to see you, man. Smoking Acapulco Gold. Yeah, I ain't heard of that shit in 30, 40 years. Used to get that tie stick on a stick. And Maui Wowie, Alaskan Thunderfuck. Yeah, them were the good old days. That was all West Coast shit there, though. I got here to the East Coast. Yeah, what a change. A lot of ragweed. Because you get it up north, it's highly illegal back in them days up north. I mean, you'd go to prison. I know. And for a joint or two or three. or he'll get beat up, left on the side of the road. Sort of like that, the first Rambo movie, rednecks, like that kind of shit. Don't need no hippies here. I found all kinds of ways to open this bastard. Do the under over finger thing. I'm gonna cut myself. I know I'm gonna. There we go. No, fine. And that's definitely going in the chest rig. Be good for neck shots. Speaking of guns, weapons, stuff like that, hey, for some of you guys that are in areas where maybe you did something no when you were younger, but they got some air guns out. They're kicking ass. I know some places air guns are illegal too. Yeah, I mean, air guns you can legally hunt with, type shit. That would be definitely good for home protection. I saw one come out today. First time I seen it anyway. It's 20, I think 20 or 30 shot mag, automatic. That runs off a canister, but still. And it was going straight through a propane tank. I don't know what distance. Didn't show that. It just showed it going through the propane tank and some other tanks and cinder blocks 3 deep. So I figured if it'd do that, it'd tear a head up pretty good. Imagine getting taken out by a pellet gun. Sitting on an old cloud upstairs. How'd you get here? Red Rider. Red Rider got me. Long time in Florida. Yeah. I've been to Florida a lot. Truck driving. Never lived there. Spent a few weeks there visiting her mom now and then. Too hot for me. There's just no way. It's not happening. I can't do humidity like that. I got out of the truck once in Louisiana. Once. And I'll tell you what, that was crazy though. I thought I was swimming when I was fueling up. I was going to the fuel desk. From the time I left my truck till I hit the TA truck stop fuel desk, I thought I was swimming in the air. That was some soupy shit, man. I went to a place called Ivanhoe, Louisiana once, way down the bayou. I didn't think I was going to make it in and out there with my truck, but it actually was set up to do that. But there was nowhere on the edges of the road. It was swamp. That's it. And the road. And the road wasn't that big. It looked like a regular country road. Then all of a sudden you get way back in there on this like marshy flat area. And there's this huge, what looked like a small refinery in the middle of nowhere. And then they had these big like shrimp boat looking things with drag nets parked up alongside of it on this inlet. And they drug the seashore or seafloor for shells. And they'd bring them to this plant, crush them, mix them with motor oil, used motor oil, I think, and turn it into a black powder is what they call black. And any rubber products, plastic products, blah, 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 that needs to be colored black, this is what does it. They come in super sacks in Gaylord boxes. Well, well and fine till you get to your destiny. And from the ride from Louisiana all the way to, I think, Chicago, that road run went to. I got there, and as they're taking them off, I noticed everything in the trailer is black. Just because it's like that baby powder, and it leaks right through the sacks, super sacks, and all that shit. And everything was coated. And wouldn't you know it, my next pickup was a food item. Yep, I went through 10 vac suits, tie vac suits, and a lot of scrubby shit. I was pissed. They paid me for it, though. In the long run, I bitched enough. Yeah, it really sucked, though. And I've also picked a powder up in Texas called urea in super sacks and took them to Maybelline in New Jersey. And it's dehydrated horse piss. And they put it in makeup so when your woman sweats or gets hot, it doesn't run. It's a foundation caking agent. So next time you lick your woman's face, chances are you licking some horse pee. You learn things about driving a truck. Bows and slingshots. Hell yeah, I got all of them too. I've been shooting a bow since I was 5. Yeah, too hot for you. Japanese bows, yeah. Neil, what's going on, Neil? Sneaking up in here. What time is it? Oh, we're almost an hour in. Yeah. I think that's probably all I'll do is an hour. Things look like they're heating up. So I'm going to stay on my channels that I use for the intel. Like I said, by the sounds of it, everything was lit up right before I got on with you guys. Everybody started lighting their channels up and going live, even people that normally don't go live unless something's about to happen. So I'm going to be watching that. And then once it kicks off, I'll post it. And then depending on what's going on at the time, who's on, whatever, I may go live and tell you what's happening play by play. Set up some screens and some trackings and get some live feeds in here. If that sounds cool to everybody. If not, I'll just drink beer. Watch it from the rooftop. Beach 80. What's up, brother? I think it's nap time. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Usually that's a good time for me, too. I go sit in a chair about 6, 7 o'clock with Barb, watching movies or live. I don't last long. Not long at all. All right, guys. I'm going to bail. Hope you all have a great day. I was on MC's how you call that? Patreon. He put a new video out this morning. He is having a live tonight, 8:30 his time, so it's 9:30 Eastern. And I'm sure Bees will be on. A bunch of other boys will be on. Me and Barbie are still packing 6 giveaways. Don't look. So that'll be for Sunday at 5. Hope to see most of you there. Hope to see all of you there. But I'll settle for most. But yeah, have a great weekend. And if I come back on between now and Sunday, shit hit the fan. Carry on. Have a great day, guys. Peace.